Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Big jumbo! Big jumbo! Big jumbo! Hey, 0-0-0. Five down. Stand up in.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Odd. 5 down.
There's Wilson to throw. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And out across midfield down to the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Wilson going to throw again. And incomplete. He was going for the tight end, Nick Vanette. And that'll make it 3rd down.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch. But underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Tempo.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Shotgun now for Wentz. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 57 yards. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Stepping up He'll try and run. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
And the kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Shotgun. Hey, guys, check me out.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson.
89.
So we got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
Under 10.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Tempo. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Baldwin with it over the middle. 1st down, Seahawks. Wilson to Baldwin.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now a toss play. It's Carson. Room to run past midfield. And finally down at the 36-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Wilson. And it's caught off the deflection. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play.
Sometimes luck is all you need. That was not even the intended receiver on that play.
Well, Johnny on the spot, though.
Yeah, and it turned into a big play for those guys on offense. They'll take it each and every time.
2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now Wilson. Steps away to his left. Going for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Gun. Spread left. 4 down. 18. 18. Hey, alert 3.
Here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Chris Long with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7.
Got it.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Brandon Graham in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. On first down, Wentz completes it to Tate, and he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Wentz going to throw, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Number 11 can't complete the pass. 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on first is Wentz. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle. Going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. An Eagle first down, Wentz to Ertz. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
We'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for all of your continued support.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Gold, gold. Hey. 4 down. Black. Hey, stash.
Here's Wentz to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world.
Hang in there.
And they'll move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Great. We got 4. 81.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Tight end's right.
They'll try and run it on 1st and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. It's Wentz. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal. A carry here for the big tight end. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand.
Yeah, baby, yeah. There. Tempo. 14.
Now Wilson back into his end zone. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Gun. Check 50.
This is Carson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
12.
To throw from his end zone. Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. 1st down. Throwing now. Wilson on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Chris Long in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. They'll toss it out to Carson. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Great 15.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. But with that incompletion, let's look back, Charles, to the NFC title game. We had 2 excellent conference championship games, but on the NFC side, the Rams winning in overtime thanks to Greg Zuerlein. He had 2 huge kicks, but that was really overshadowed because afterwards, obviously, everyone talking about the no call.
Yeah, and we should be talking about Legatron. A 48-yarder to get them to overtime. The 57-yarder to win it in overtime. He should be the guy who should be exalted right now, but you're exactly right. Nikhil Roby-Coleman's hit on Tommy Lee Lewis in regulation, when I saw it live, thought it was a bang-bang play. Turned out, it was definitely a missed call. Plus, they missed helmet-to-helmet contact on it as well. So if you're a Saints fan, you are very unexcited about the Rams advancing to the Super Bowl, but I still don't want pass interference to become a reviewable call. The game flow is paramount to me. Let's not slow it down any more than it already is.
Yeah, it could be a slippery slope, and you start doing it with everything, right?
Next thing you know, we'll be reviewing holding.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Let's go get it, baby. Let's go, oh!
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Play action. It's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Baldwin. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Hold on, tempo, tempo. 12. Hey, 0. 5 down, stand up in.
Now it's Carson. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one. Spread left. 58, boys, 58, Mike.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson, eluding the pressure right.
Let's get off the field.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Now Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Baldwin. And down he'll go at the 25. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Hey, 58 is the mic. 58 is the mic. Go. Spread left.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Let's go. Great. Hey, stash.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
81,
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Black.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone. Because eventually, you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. The Eagles on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
Come on. Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
81, 81.
Throwing now is Wentz. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Frank Clark, he's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
Straight 15. Great.
Right there, 54.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, be ready for one word. Be ready for one word.
Here's Carson. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Gun. Stand up here.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
One play at a time, guys. Let's go. 19. That's it, baby. Tempo.
To throw is Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle.
Right down. There you go.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
58 to the mic. Good, 4 down.
They run it with Carson. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Tackle made there by Haloti Ngata.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Shotgun. Bang out. Bam. Run it.
They run again with Carson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Tempo. Sorry. 380. Let's go, 14.
Back to throw. Open man, it's Manette. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
380. 12.
Back to throw. Forced out to his left. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you're exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Odd. 5 down. Stand up. 12.
He's back to throw. He's got Lockett. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
14, Friday. Tempo, baby, let's go. Let's go to work. Come on. Stand up in. Don't take forever, okay? Tighten up. Switch. Check. Crunch.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Let's get it. Shotgun.
He'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Eagles. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and making an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get him in the end zone.
We got 3.
Great 15.
One final try now for Wentz. He's going to let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Philly. The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go, let's go. Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Cousins on first down. Throw left side on target to Thielen. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. He's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Where's the hot?
On 2nd down, Cousins again. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
To throw, it's Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. He got 29 yards that time.
On the ball.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 right at the 40.
4 down, check.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. From the gun, it's Wentz. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to the runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looks like I-4 rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And Elliott puts this one through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run the offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yellow.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now Cousins. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
You got him. You got him. You got him.
Gun.
Tight end's Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo.
Rhino.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
Yellow.
Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run. Sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of it at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Let's do me.
4th down, Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Tight end's right.
Here's a handoff to a Giant to begin the drive. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, they've got that artificial surface. You see
the Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Kentrell Brothers
Shorty.
in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
82.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Great. 81. Hey, stash. Gold.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. Aguilar has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down.
Come on now. Let's go. Black, come on.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out and ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Black, black. Lion, lion.
Shotgun now for Wentz. The quick slant caught.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
A minute 57 to go in this first half. More from Minneapolis after this.
Hang in there now, hang in there now.
They come up with an offset. They'll give it to him up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Dallas Goedert taking it in. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there. Cousins to Thielen. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
4 down, 4 down.
1st down. Here's Cousins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Cousins the thrower. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. 3rd and long for Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Black, black, 82.
I got you.
Gun.
Mike's 5-4.
Rhino, Rhino.
Mike's 5-4.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it. but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take it over to deeper position.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. That's it. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Jai. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, flipper! Rhino!
Following the interception, Cousins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Rhino! Black!
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Get him, 300.
Hey, watch that.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking 1st down. Cousins now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. Again, this is Cook. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, it was a little bit of a... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 11. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the